Welcome, folks, to Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium, site of this year's Verbo Fiesta Bowl, which, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before the national championship game. And we'll find out here today which side has the toughness and the depth to keep driving toward that ultimate goal, the chance to raise that gold trophy over their heads. As we'll see the number 4 seed in this playoff, the Oklahoma State Cowboys, taking on the number 8 seed in the playoff, the Kansas Jayhawks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? Team out there, we are about to get cranked up for this semi-final collision. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Drops back in the gun. Quick throw to his receiver. Catch is made down the middle. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
We'll see if the defense stays in zone after that big play, or if they can change things up on this drive and get a little bit more aggressive.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? He's moving out of the pocket. Looking to scramble now. Breaks loose at the 40. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. They tackle him all the way down to the 15-yard line. This offense is knocking on the door now.
Are you kidding me? This big a gain on a quarterback scramble? Defensive coordinator better get his defense together because that had to be a blown assignment. There's no way that a quarterback should get out in the open field off of a scramble and pick up those kind of yards.
Looking to throw it from the red zone. Off target and incomplete. That play makes it 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. Come out in the playoff game, Kirk. No signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
Automatic in the PAT. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And the fair catch signaled for and take it. Quarterback operating an empty set. To the air, it's Daniels. Catch made on the left side. They get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
He stopped, but he gets a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
On first down, they'll keep their running game churning. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that team.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Now look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
And they'll stop him short of the line to gain. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Tackled after a 3-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 7. So here we go. 3rd down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Caught near the goal line. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up 4th down.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
So as we begin the second quarter, the first play will be a field goal try. This will be a very short chip shot from 22 yards out. And this one is right through. And they add to their lead. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
Bringing it out, it's Turner. Where Turner coughs up the football inside their own 20. Looks like the offense able to recover it there. And here comes the Kansas offense back on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Quick throw testing the middle, but they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. Quarterback now all alone in the backfield. Back to pass. It's Daniels. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only they down the scoreboard.
And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Chris, he's just trying to find the hole in his own coverage. But as you know, those windows can open and close pretty quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So timing's got to be just right, or you're going to see an interception.
And he cannot escape the defense with a sack.
Well, they're making this offensive line really think and communicate. Bringing different blitzes. This time the outside linebacker gets to the quarterback and comes up with a big sack for the D.
No press here. The defense backing away. With the catch, it's Freeman. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. He makes the grab. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down.
Some really tight windows to throw into for this quarterback with the defense sitting back in zone. But he finds the curl route, and he shows you his arm strength by getting it in there.
4th down, looking to throw for it. Fires it to the wideout. And he scores. Touchdown, Cowboys. And they'll set up now for the extra point try. The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. This one will be fair caught. Here comes the Jayhawks offense back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. And looking to throw now on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Stewart. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Hey, it's a gain, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Second down play coming up. The motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Lofting it toward the left sideline. He's picked for a third time tonight. And he's got some open field ahead. Inside the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. And the defense adds 6 from the interception return. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
The Kansas offense is back out there now. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick-6 in the last possession. We start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
This is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Back to throw. It's Daniels. He'll try a pass here. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Short throw complete to the tight end. The reception gets about 7 yards, but fourth down coming up here. And the Jayhawks hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. They've got it, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going. Offense in hurry-up mode. Looking to throw it again. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Backfield is empty here for second and inches. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
He just has to be protected better than that. He's the guy who can shift the tenure of a game. It's the offensive line's job to ensure he's kept clean.
Looks like he's going to run it. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quick catch over the middle.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal yardage to the 9. Now a chance to cut into this lead before halftime. It's first and goal. To throw, it's Daniels. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Really good job here by the defense in coverage. Did a nice job here of staying in phase with the receiver. There's no chance for a completion at all.
Grab down the middle. It's Morrison. into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas. And now here comes the point after attempt. Extra point is good. They cut it to 17 now, 24-7. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Oklahoma State offense is back out on the field. They've got to be pleased with their performance here in the first half. Let's see if they just play it cautious and get to the break in front. And it's incomplete. He just missed his target, overthrowing it.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
Breaks loose at the 40. Heads out of bounds after another big gain on the ground. He's been shredding this defense with his scrambles today.
Man, it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big gain for this offense.
The offense really clicking against this embattled defense. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking for his big tight end. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will set up the offense at the 38.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. He bought some time, now lets it go. Makes the grab. It's Stewart. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. One more play before they head to the locker room. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He's got it for a big gain. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. So with only a few seconds left in the half, the field goal unit comes out of the field. This will be a 50-yard attempt. Let's see if he's got the leg. And he's made it from 50 yards out, showing off the deep range. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Cowboys will kick this away to get the second half going. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Here comes the Kansas offense back on the field. They get the second half started with the running play. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Can he get there on the ground? Football knocked loose in the backfield. They scoop up the ball. It's still a live play here. Hold on a second. The replay official has signaled that he wants to have another look at this play. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight. Going the other way, can they stop him? And it's a touchdown, but hold on here. We have a flag down. Let's check what that's about. So the pick six is wiped away by the defensive pass interference. What a huge call there and a big momentum shift. So 1st and 10, that's a costly mistake for the defense on 4th down. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. The short completion of the tight end. And a nice 1st down gain there. They get him down, but very close to the 1st down marker.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
And they'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
And he dumps it off to the tight end. Big man finally brought down by the quarterback. That was a tough assignment.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
A completion makes it second and short. Running back with the football. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
There's the second down play. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Receiver makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Well, the quarterback has just too much time against this zone. There's not enough pressure. It's allowing him to sit back and pick apart this zone defense.
That's caught. It's Stewart. Touchdown, Jayhawks. And the comeback continues. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the fourth quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the Oklahoma State offense is back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Looking to throw it on first down. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
First down, looking to throw the football. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the plus 47. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. The Cowboys begin a new series here, 1st and 10. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. On the run here. Lets it go. Pulls it in. It's Freeman. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Looking to chuck it again. Locates the tight end. It's complete. Brought down just short of the end zone. It'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
I just continue to be in awe of this offense. Even with the lead, these guys are going to play for 60 minutes. They do not let up. Here they are. Typically, you want to run the football here to work the clock, but these guys stick to the game plan and keep throwing the football, trying to get more yards.
And the quarterback will just sneak it here. 2nd down and goal. The call is a quarterback sneak. Touchdown, Cowboys. Still no answer for this offensive machine. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Here comes the Jayhawks offense back on the field. Heading left after the handoff. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. They keep the drive going. It's a first down of the 46.
Ooh, how about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
They'll test the right side here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
And they pick up the first on the ground. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now.
Well, that run didn't go anywhere here on third down. It'll bring up 4th down, and right now, late in the game, they've got to go for this. They've got to call their best 4th and short play and hope to keep the sticks moving.
The offense with some pre-snap motion. Here we go, 4th down. They'll try to run for it. The game picks up the first down, tackled at the 37.
What a job by this offense picking up the first down. As a play caller, you look at where you are in the field. If you punt it, there's a chance it goes into the end zone for a touchback. If you kick the field goal, it's a really long kick. So this is a great opportunity to be aggressive and pull the trigger to try to come up with a big play. They get it, keep the drive alive, and now they can get a touchdown.
Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And